Welcome back to the 9th gym program, everybody. Today we're going to be doing some more BDSP guides. Of course, today is going to be on Starmie. So, you know, shout out whoever it was that requested it. Somebody requested it. It's a request. But yeah, Starmie is a good Pokemon. Water Psychic. It's very solid. Good offensive stats. Special attack at 100. Speed at 115. Very good. We like to see a fast Pokemon in a slower meta. It definitely is pretty good. The Pokemon has a couple of different ways to play. You can play Choice Specs, you can play like Life Orb, Focus Sash. You could use it as an all-in offensive sweeper, or you could use it as just like a kind of supportive, more special attacking Pokemon with like Focus Sash and like Confuse Ray and stuff. So a couple different ways of using this Pokemon. It has a pretty good move pool as well, good coverage, pretty good offensively. Used definitely better in singles, I would say, but still notable in doubles for sure. It has access to Ice Beam, which is definitely a good pickup right now in the format because of Garchomp, really. And a couple other dragons like Latios type stuff, but overall not bad. Let's go ahead and jump into the overview. So as far as its typing, Water Psychic, it's not bad. You know, there's not a lot of like dark and stuff in the meta, so it doesn't leave too much to be desired. Water Psychic's pretty good, and defensively, its stats suck, so it doesn't really matter anyway. You're really gonna get O-code most of the time unless you have Focus Sash. So yeah, that's that. As far as these stats go, overall, 60 HP is pretty bad, and then 85 defense and 85 special defense are pretty average. So overall, bulk not very good. Not going to be living a lot of stuff. Attack 75, that doesn't really matter for us because it's only going to be special attack. And special attack's at 100, which is solid. It's not crazy, but it's definitely good. And then speed at 115 is very good. So overall, you know, not a bad stat line. Definitely leaves a bit to be desired as far as just general bulk goes. But offensively, pretty good. And that's what we're leaning into anyway, so very solid. As far as the moves go, there's a plethora of moves that this Pokemon has, and most of them are just like offensive, you know, attacks. You have your Dual Stab, Psychic, and the Scald / Hydro Pump all the way down here. Funny enough, Ice Beam is sitting at the very tippy top here. I mean, it makes sense, you know, Garchomp's in the meta. It's a big deal in the meta. 4th most used currently, and when we have like Latios at like top 10 as well, Togekiss as well, so Breloom as well, Zapdos. You hit a lot of things super effectively with Ice Beam, so it's not a bad pickup on a good you know, special attack user here. Then we have Psychic. It's pretty good, and then we have Protect, and then a Water move. So that's usually going to be what it is: Ice Beam, Psychic, Hydro Pump / Scald, and Protect. That's going to be your usual set. Now we do have a little bit of flavor down here as well with the Thunderbolt, which is solid, a very good Choice Specs item, and then also Confuse Ray, which could also be a good Choice Specs attack, but also fits pretty well on like random Focus Sash attacks and stuff, or sets like that, stuff like that. I gotta stop saying so much, dude. I say it so much. You know, instantly. Anyway, we have Raikou here and teammates. The teammates don't matter too much. You know, this guy's really gonna fit into like just a Firewater Grass core on your team if you just like this guy or want, you know, a water type that has access to the Ice Beam as well as Psychic. And yeah, that's really all we're using. So the teammates, they don't have to matter too much. You know, they can be you can really make it any of the teammates. I hate these ads, man. They make me look like I'm placing ads. But yeah, Raikou, Typhlosion, Gengar, Venusaur, Illumise. Okay, Hitmontop, Cresselia, Tyranitar, Arcanine, and Togekiss. A lot of that makes sense, but a lot of it just is kind of there. You know, when you have a Pokemon like Starmie that's kind of just sitting near the bottom of usage stats, it's not like a bottom tier Pokemon, but it's not sitting too high on usage stats. You have a lot of random Pokemon here in the teammates. Don't pay too much mind to it. You know, you can definitely use it if you want, but you don't have to. And then as far as some items go, let's get that ad off the screen, dude. We've got CN Sense, Expert Belt, Life Orb, and Focus Sash. Makes a good bit of sense. No Choice Specs, which is interesting. I definitely like Choice Specs on this Pokemon. Just the fact that it has a lot of really good special attack, offensive attacks, and good type coverage, I figured Choice Specs would make a good move, or a good item here. But everybody's opting for CN Sense, it seems. I mean, it makes sense. You know, Scald is usually going to be on the attack, or like, you know, Hydro Pump or Scald. So it makes sense. CN Sense is there. Expert Belt, Life Orb for damage, and Focus Sash because the guy's kind of squishy. Makes sense. As far as the abilities go here, we're really going to just be picking Natural Cure. I just lost my headphone. But yeah, it's really going to be Natural Cure. All the other ones just, they aren't very good. Analytic and Illuminate, they just don't really bring much to the table. And Natural Cure can at least get, you know, shake off a spore or something every now and again. So it's not bad at all. And then as far as the EV spreads, yeah, it's really just investment in speed and special attack. You'll see a little bit of bulk here and there, like a little bit of bulk here and there, but yeah, it's really just speed and special attack. So that is it for the overview. Let's go ahead and talk about the guides that we have built today. And it's going to be just two. They're both very, very similar. Not really changing much as far as the spread goes. More so just the moveset and item, but still a little bit different. Anyway, for the first one, we do have a Choice Specs build here. I like Choice Specs. I think it's good. Scald, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam is going to be very, very powerful. Natural Cure, of course, we're not going to change this across either of them. Analytic is cool, but it's not very good. Natural Cure at least has some, like, uses that'll come up pretty frequently. Scald, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. Ice Bolt and Thunder Beam, right? But yeah, this is just good coverage. You have your dual stab here, Thunderbolt and the Ice Beam for the Garchomp and the other Dragon type Pokemon. I mean, we already talked about how good Ice Beam is. In fact, it's so good that on the second set, we're using it over our Water Stab. That could be changed. I just wanted to use Confuse Ray and Protect on that set, and Ice Beam felt pretty needed. Psychic could be Scald. It probably should. It probably should. Anyway, that is that set, and then as far as the spread goes, it's just 252 into speed, 252 into special attack, the leftover 4 into HP, and as far as the nature goes, I went timid for the plus speed minus attack. I just felt like this worked, especially for a choice spec set. You don't really stray from Y sets for, you know, choice specs, choice item sets too frequently. You definitely can. You know, they can have bulk, but this Pokemon is just so squishy, the bulk would have just been kind of wasted, so we just went for 252, 252, 4. Now, for the second build, we do have a Focus Sash, Natural Cure build, Scald, Ice Beam, Confuse Ray, Protect. It doesn't really, like, do too much different. Confuse Ray is good. I like Confuse Ray a lot. Starmie was one of the first Pokemon that I built competitively back in 2016. Fun fact. And I like this Pokemon. I have a bit of an attachment to this Pokemon, but I realize it's not insane in VGC. It's definitely better in singles, but it's definitely solid in VGC. It can definitely pull some games together. You know, it does good damage. It has a good moveset, and Confuse Ray is good. Natural Cure is good. It's solid. As far as the spread goes for this one, it's the same. 252, 252. I put the 4 into defense instead of HP. It doesn't really matter. The HP, it felt like it didn't really do anything here. But then Timid as well, just still plus speed minus attack. This Pokemon is a speed guy. He needs his speed. He's a speed guy. Anyway, that is it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It makes a big difference. It really does. And yeah, have a good week. Goodbye.